Today, we're taking a closer look at the Stillen True Power Cold Air Intake Scoop, designed to fit the 2019 and newer Sierra 1500s. Now, if you're looking to enhance your truck's performance by improving airflow to the engine, this intake scoop is definitely worth checking out. It's going to be perfect for Sierra owners who want to optimize engine efficiency and potentially gain a few horsepower through some better air induction. This cold air intake scoop is engineered to direct cooler, denser air into your engine's intake system, which can lead to improved combustion and increase the overall power output. By lowering the base of the radiator shroud to align with the top bar of the GMC grille, the scoop allows air to flow directly into the intake without being preheated by the radiator or disrupting the airflow path by the factory lattice material. This design effectively eliminates the turbulence and the heat associated with the stock setup, ensuring your engine receives a steady stream of cooler air. The result is a more efficient intake process that can enhance throttle response and overall engine performance. Constructed from durable materials, this Stillen True Power Cold Air Intake Scoop is built to withstand the rigors of daily driving and harsh conditions. Its design integrates seamlessly into the existing intake system, maintaining the aesthetic and functionality of the Sierra 1500 under the hood. Now, as far as pricing goes on this, it's coming in right around that mid $200 price range, which is a pretty affordable way to increase the airflow, cooling the airflow down, and getting some potential increased horsepower output. Installation is going to be nice and straightforward, so this one earns a rating of only 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and you can have this installed in just about 30 minutes right there in the driveway. The scoop is designed for a direct fit with no drilling required, making the process hassle-free. Also, it can easily be removed, providing quick access to the air filter for cleaning or replacement. Now, let's check out an install video from one of our American Trucks customers and see exactly how this goes on your truck.
I'm going to be using this bent screwdriver that comes in the kit. There's the scoop itself, there's a cover, a couple of push pins to hold the cover in, a Torx driver, an adhesive promoter. Also got some isopropyl alcohol and some rags here. First thing I'm going to do is take off this rubber seal, which we're going to reuse that on the new scoop. There's a kind of a clip here that I want to show. Kind of lift back on this a little bit, and you can see that there's a hook there. This one, if you pull the rubber to the left, you can get it off of the hook. The other hooks all go towards the outside, and I'm just gonna gently pull off each hook. It's a little bit different push pin or something in there. If you're just real careful, you can pull the rubber off of there. So these are a little different because they hold on both sides as compared to these, which only hold one direction. And then I'll take the seal and set it aside for now. So these push pins, if you can look real close, there's kind of one spot with a notch in the bottom piece. And this whole thing can rotate, so you can spin it if you need to get it into a convenient position. And then we're gonna put our pry tool into that and gently lift it up about a ½ inch or so, and it should kind of click into place. These push pins, there's 3 in the front, another 2, 1 on each side, and then another 5 in the back. So there's 10 push pins in total. And we're gonna do the same thing on all of them. If the top part accidentally comes out like that, it's okay, just set it aside. Once they're all lifted, I'm gonna go back through all 10 of them again. Only this time, I'm gonna put the pry tool underneath the bottom part and pull the whole thing out like that. If that happens, you can just push it back in there. You can kind of see that when you pull it up, it stops right there, or it should stop there. I'm going to use the supplied Torx wrench and take off this handle here. Careful not to drop the screws. once I've got the screws out, I'm going to set them down so I don't drop them. And we've got to take the handle off, which is a little tricky. And now this stock piece can just pull straight up. Now we're going to take the Stillen scoop, drop it into place. This hole here has some foam on it, and that's going to go into the air duct here. And we'll just kind of push everything down into place. Make sure our holes are lining up for the push pins. Now I'm going to put the 10 push pins back in place. I'm going to hold in between the top and the bottom piece and push it in, so now it's only seated, but the push pin itself is still in the up position. I'm going to do that for all 10 push pins. Once the 10 pins are in place, we can go ahead and push them all the way in to lock it down. Next, I'm going to install this plate with the 2 push clips that came with it. I'm going to take these supplied push pins, put them in place here, then put this underneath the handle. There's a couple of holes here that the pins are going to go into, and I'll just push it in there. Next, I'm going to put the handle back on with the screws that it originally came with. Once it's on, I'll take the screws that were originally with it and the supplied Torx wrench. Put the screws back in. Down snug. Next, I'm going to clean up this original seal a little bit. Just going to use some paper towels, some isopropyl alcohol. Kind of wipe off some of the dust. And then I'm going to take this adhesive promoter that came with the kit. And I'm just going to use this and wipe down this entire edge here. Now that is going to go on where this red backing is. You can see there's a little dip here, goes all the way around, little dip there. Just going to match the original seal. So I'm going to go ahead and take the backing off of the whole thing. There we go. We're going to put this all on our adhesive there. Starting at one end, you kind of see there's a ramp here and a ramp here that are going to line up with each other as best as you can. And then just push it down on the adhesive and work your way around. Alright, things should line up pretty well once you get to this side. Once that's all stuck down, we're done.
All right, that's gonna wrap up our review and install of the Stillen True Power Cold Air Intake Scoop, designed to fit the 2019 and newer Sierra 1500s. And for all things Sierra, keep it right here at American Trucks.